talking about Alvin Plantinga's evolutionary argument against naturalism, one form of the argument from reason, and it says this. Premise 1. If both naturalism and evolution are true, then human cognitive faculties are the result of blind mechanisms such as natural selection. Premise 2. Natural selection selects for survival-related behaviors, not necessarily true beliefs, except to the extent belief is appropriately related to behavior. Premise 3. If evolutionary naturalism is true, then the primary function of human cognitive abilities is to promote survival-related behaviors, not necessarily the production of true beliefs. Premise 4. Given that it is not natural selection's primary function, the probability of evolutionary naturalism producing cognitive faculties that lead to true beliefs is low or inscrutable. Premise 5. One of the allegedly true beliefs held by the naturalist is a belief in metaphysical naturalism itself. In conclusion, therefore, the devotee of evolutionary naturalism has a defeater for any belief he holds, and a stronger defeater for evolutionary naturalism itself. Last week we started taking a closer look at premise 4 and asking, what is the relationship between our beliefs and our behaviors? Plantinga lays out 5 possibilities. Number 1, there may be no connection between beliefs and behavior. Number 2, beliefs may be the effects rather than the cause of behavior. Number 3, beliefs may be causally related to behavior, but via their syntax, not their content, as someone's voice may break glass due to the sound itself, not the words being sung. Number 4, beliefs may be causally related to behavior, both syntactically and semantically, but maladaptive, meaning disadvantageous to survival. And number 5, beliefs may be causally related to behavior and adaptive, meaning advantageous to survival. I pointed out last week that out of all 5 options, only the last one has any real chance of producing true beliefs. But I closed that episode by anticipating a skeptical response. Specifically, if option 5 is far more likely than options 1 through 4, then the probability of it being true is really more than just 1 in 5. There are at least 2 problems with this line of thinking, though. First, it's a logical fallacy. On what basis can a skeptic say option 5 is more likely than the other 4? Because it seems more obvious to them? Because their reasoning abilities tell them it must be so? Well, see, that would be circular because they'd be assuming their reasoning abilities are producing a true result in order to prove that their reasoning abilities are producing a true result. Second, the odds for the naturalist are even worse because there's no guarantee, even on option 5, that our beliefs would be true. That's because the relationship between beliefs and actions is not one-to-one. Remember, natural selection favors survival, not belief, and survival is based on what actions we take, not what thoughts we think. So in order for atheism to not defeat itself, beliefs must directly lead to advantageous actions. But that's not how our actions work. What action we take is not solely determined by what we believe. It's a combination of our beliefs and our desires. Let me give you an example. I work here at the church part-time. Now, every year at the building where I work for my other part-time job, the building management has a free coffee day where they give out free coffee in the lobby. Now, on that day, I have a belief that I could get free coffee if I simply go down to the lobby. Now, does that belief in and of itself determine my behavior? In other words, does it guarantee that I will go downstairs? Now, some of you may be saying, yes, for me it would, but for me the answer is no. As it so happens, I don't like coffee, so I don't desire to get free coffee. Now, even if I did, maybe I have another desire that's even stronger, like getting some work project done. You see, my belief by itself does not necessarily dictate my behavior. My beliefs and my desires work together to produce my actions. The problem for the atheist is there could be any number of combinations of belief and desire that produce the same action. And at least in some of these instances, the belief may be flat out wrong. But if the desire is strong enough, it still results in an action that favors survival. So even if there is a causal relationship between beliefs and actions, and even if that connection is adaptive, that still doesn't necessarily mean that those beliefs will be true. False beliefs, when connected with the right desires, also may produce adaptive behaviors. This means that the odds are even more remote that evolutionary naturalism would produce true beliefs. Next week, we're going to look at one more objection raised against Plantinga's argument, specifically the claim raised by William Alston that the warrant for our rationality outweighs any of these reasons we've talked about to doubt its reliability. I'll explain what all that means next week. God bless.